Xenoblade has a lot of side content, and a good chunk of that side content are obviously side quests. So I feel like I would just want to go over some of my personal favorite side quests from Xenoblade 1 and 2. Starting it off with 1, a very, I feel like, iconic one, is the whole Bana side quest in Frontier Village. Now I guess I think with Xenoblade 1 side quest compared to 2, because like 2 has a lot more, voice side quests, because like they're all the Blade quest, and 1 doesn't. The only one is Melancholy Tyrea, which I will get to that one. That's obviously a personal favorite. But the Bana side quest, I feel like would have been cool if like the final cutscene got voice, but it was on the Wii and they couldn't do all that because like it's still impressive that Xenoblade 1 was even on the Wii with like just how big the worlds are and just literally 10 hours worth of cutscenes is like amazing. Absolutely just how. It's monolith soft magic. Now a funny thing I love about this quest is for the final boss, like the final fight, I forgot what level he is. I think it's like level 70 around there, maybe like 68. But it plays a tragic decision, and a tragic decision plays in like very important story of boss fights towards kind of like you're kind of close to the end, but not the end, not the end game, but you know what I mean. But it's just really funny that also that he's technically higher level than any of the Mechon that you fight throughout the story, which is just okay, that's funny. This little Navon, just like with his like red pollen orb trade, which you know what it's trying to be, is just like the higher level than any of the Mechon. Now let's move on to another one of my favorites from Xenoblade 1 is Melancholy Tyrea, which I think that's a lot of people's favorites from that game because it has an actual cutscene, or actually it has like 2 cutscenes to go with it. So makes sense why that is, and it kind of ties into Future Connected, even though the game had it like the Xenoblade 1 on the Wii had it, back then. So like this was like 10 years of planning. If with Future Connected now, it kind of makes a little sense, but like not really. It kind of says, oh, we'll meet again, which they do a year later. Also, it's just kind of cool to see like Tyrea again because like the only time you see her, or the last time you see her, is like in her boss fight in the tomb. And I think maybe after that, like Callian or like another NPC in Alchemoth will mention her. Don't quote me on that. I'm just thinking, or just trying to remember, but not sure on that one. And then you see her after all that time in this quest. Maybe she's an NPC that you can go to. No, there's no way, because I played that game like a bunch of times. I have so many hours. I feel like I would know this, but I mean, there's probably things I still don't know about both games, and it's just fun to play them and just find out like new things. Like, oh, the secret area, I didn't know this exists. That's kind of it for Xenoblade 1 of my personal favorite, just those 2. There is like other ones, I guess like the whole like Kenny one in like Colony 9's like okay. Trying to think what was the other one. I can't remember the other one. But it's kind of unfair to compare Xenoblade 1 side quest to 2's because I don't know, I feel like 2's are a lot more memorable for me because like also they're a lot like longer and like there's more unique things instead of like go here, talk to guy at the end of quest, or collect 5 things. Which Xenoblade 2 does have that, but like they're more put together. Like sure, at the start of the quest it'll be like talk to this guy, go out in the field, kill these things, you can come back, talk to the guy, and you get like each quest is like a whole story. Well, a lot of Xenoblade 1s are just like, can you kill thing for me? Okay, thanks, that's the end of the quest, no story. So yeah, kinda sorry Xenoblade 1 fans, but like I don't know, a lot of just 2's quests are just a lot more memorable for me. Which, speaking of Xenoblade 2, we should probably, move on to those. And what better way to get started with, all the Blade quests? Because every single one of them, I feel like I just like. Sure, there's some, like, obviously there's the obvious one of, like, Ursula one, which, yeah, it takes a long time. I don't know what the math is. It takes, like, how many hours to complete? I don't know why they made it like that long with the quest, but like if you get Ursula at like the start of the game and like you have time to do it and just have it going in the background, it's not the worst thing. If you just get Ursula at like the end of the game when like you're kind of done and you just want to do all the Blade quests and you really have nothing to do during that, so then it kind of sucks. I got her on my first playthrough kind of like halfway in the game, like I think it was like chapter 5 or 6 that I got her, so like it wasn't the worst. I finished her quest like I think in post game because I just kind of forgot about it because, you know, the story was just, you know, insanely good. I mean, the entire story of Xenoblade 2 was just really good, so, yeah. So that's, like, the obvious one. Perunes, I kind of don't care for because you have to go back to the abandoned factory, which I don't hate it as much as people do. I just kind of wish you were able to warp during there and like, go to other landmarks, but you're not allowed to for some reason. So that's the only thing. That's the only reason I kind of don't care for hers. But besides that, I like everyone's, like, you know, there's the obvious one. I like Crossets. Crossets, you know, just kind of adorable. Poppies or Poppy Cutie Pies, you know, because that's how you get her. And, you know, she's just amazing. She just kills everything. She's too strong. And like how she just picks up Tora at the end. It's like, all right, we're putting you to bed or whatever, which is really funny. Corvin's is kind of short where you only do one fight, but I kind of like his little cutscene that goes along with it. So like, that one's a good one. I like Veils because I think doesn't Veil like call like the Napana dumbass or something, which is funny because like they're trying to like perform a ritual or something. It's like I forgot what they try to say, like some like Napon god or whatever, and then you go to Spirit Crucible Elpis and then it's just like a cult, which is like, oh, okay. Poppy Busters is kinda you just have to, I mean, you have to spam specials with like Common Blaze, which is it's fine. It's whatever. I don't personally care for it. The cutscene's kind of cool. It was kind of shocking to see towards Grandpa again, because I thought like, yeah, he dies, but apparently he didn't. I don't know if that's canon. I feel like they maybe just brought him back just for that, so I don't know what the deal is there, but maybe, I don't know. Oh, Wolfrix! Wolfrix is also kind of just heartwarming, where like, you know, everybody thinks he's a big scary guy, but he just wants to help out, which is just like, oh, that's good. I like that one. Cosmos is a good one because it feels satisfying to finally have her and seeing her in like in cutscenes, so like that's good. Same with like Telos. Actually, well, Telos is not that, like, I don't know what the like her rate is to get her. I got her pretty early on in my first playthrough, so I didn't even know. Well, I feel like a lot of people didn't know that she was related to like Xenosaga and Cosmos. So I learned that out like after I beat the game. So that was, you know, fun little detail. Also, just a side thing, I just like that Monolith Soft just put like, they're like, you know, Cosmos and it has like a Rare Blade and Telos. That's just really cool, fun detail. And like Xenoblade 3, Mio's Ouroboros is like very similar to Cosmos, which is just fun little detail like that. Hopefully one day we'll get like a Xenosaga collection so I can like, you know, play those games, because that would be cool. And same with Xenogears. But, you know, off topic, like I always am. All the kind of DLC side quests are really good. I guess like the one where you just have to salvage, that one's like kind of meh. But like one of my, if not personal favorite side quests is Beneath the Aura. That's just a good one because it's like about like a guy wants to like propose to a girl, and like the ending is basically why this is one of my personal favorites, because you can like choose one of your party members to be with Rex to watch it. You know, there's a lot of funny interactions. I think like if you choose Poppy calls you a second master pawn. Pyros, it's just they're just, you know, happy for them. Like, yeah, we could, you know, like change a lot of people's lives. But the main reason why I bring the side quest up is Mythra's, because Mythra's like, hey Rex, when are you gonna like propose? Which, yeah, if you know what she's trying to get at. I'm not sure, like, if that's like, I know that's up there to be one of my personal favorites, but like that one, like Beneath the Aura, then I would say like, Korra's. I did not bring up Korra's side quest. Korra's side quest is like, I mean, not even really anything. Nothing really happens. It's just more of like, if anything, the most thing you do is like put blades in for like girls talk and like other field skills. But it's just cutscenes, and it's just such a good one with like her and Mythra having like just banter the entire time, and like other girls in the party. Also, like the one with like Pandoria, they also talk about like who's your special someone, which I feel like kind of ties in with Beneath the Aura. That's why I remembered it, because like Korra teases Mythra about you know who, and same thing, like I think she also teases like Pandoria the same. So, but like yeah, it's pretty obvious who they're referring to. Actually, I think Korra flat out says that like it Rex. So it is very obvious because the game just tells you. Oh, and I can't go on side quest. Oh, and I can't believe I've forgotten this side quest or side quest chain. from 2. All of the Merc group quests are just very good, especially the last one when they go back to Van Damme's grave, and just it's just such a heartwarming moment with like a Rock gets like a cutscene, which, you know, very nice to see Rock in more cutscene, because like he kind of doesn't get a lot. Once after like he helps with the miasma, he kind of just disappears. I think there's like another cutscene when they're trying to save Pyra from the King of Tantal. Rex is using his like dual scythes during that, so I guess he's there, but not like there. Oh, I don't know why I forgot to bring this up. I mean, it's not really a side questy thing, so I guess I shouldn't count it, but like, since I didn't talk that much about Xenoblade 1 side quest, I feel like kind of bad, because like, you know, you can tell I have more of a Xenoblade 2 brain rot compared to 1, which that's true, but I still got the Xenoblade brain rot just for the entire series. Not counting X, because, you know, I haven't played it. But, you know, Colony 6, there's the side quests aren't really, like the ones that like defend Colony 6 aren't that interesting, but like the ones where with like the actual, like, you know, people there like are really good. There's like, I remember one where it's like the cook-off with like, that's how you get Ryan's skill tree, which is, you know, very good. I like that one. It's like really funny. I'm trying to remember others. That's just like the main one I can remember. Oh, I guess skill tree quest. There's like also like the one with Shulk, where it's like kind of special, where like you have to pick a choice, and it's like tell her to like be strong, or I can't remember exactly, but like determines how the side quest goes, which I kind of like that, you know, breaking paths in side quest. Xenoblade 2 does have that as well, with a lot, so like that's just nice, and then it tells a little different story, which is, you know, I like that. Well, I brought up, you know, Xenoblade 1 and 2, but I haven't really delved much into like their alternate stories, or not alternate stories, but like their post stories, you know, Torna and Future Connected, which Future Connected has, I would say, 2 that are kind of cool. One being like the return of Banna, that he shows up, like the Banna from, you know, the one quest in 1, that he's like, hey, I'm here, I'm plotting, I'm scheming, I'm doing things, and then like you have to fight him again. And then the most important one that I really should have been voiced is the return of Galgar, where you fight him again, and he talks about basically his ideals again, and yeah, you fight him, and then he just jumps off the Bionis, which, oh, okay, that's funny. I can't wait for him to return in Xenoblade 3. But then Torna. Now, Torna has probably my favorite like style of side quests. I think that's the way to put it. Because with like Xenoblade 1 and 2, and like Future Connected, when you're talking to the person to do the side quest, the thing is, this is the problem. And then like, you know, your character will say, tell me more. And then another party member will say, yeah, we can help. And then like you accept it and like, all right, we can do this. It's like, yeah, we can definitely do this. Same goes with both games. Like there's different versions. Like I know Xenoblade 2 has like one where like Pyra's like, we can definitely do this, Rex. And like Rex is like, yeah, with Pyra by my side, we can do anything. Which is like, oh, okay, that's cute, but like they repeat that line a bunch. But with like Torna, a lot of the side quests are like actually unique dialogue for all the characters, and it matches them, and you can just like see how the characters are growing throughout the story, and I like that. Torna is a lot shorter, so it's definitely a lot more easier to do that. But I kind of hope Xenoblade 3 has like something like that. That'd be really nice, just, you know, get more character building. But, you know, on to the side quest for Torna. The Great Tornan Cook-Off, that's a good one, because like that's just more of the meme of Mythra's cooking. Which, fun little detail, or like headcanon thing I like to point out, is from that side quest, Mythra learns a new recipe called a Miracle Parfait. Which I like to think after that whole, like, you know, quest, Mythra learns that new recipe, and it's like actually something edible, but like nobody wants to eat it because they think it's like awful. Which is like, oh, that's like kind of sad. I feel bad for her, which I feel like kind of makes a little story sense, because like people kind of bully her throughout the story. Also, another headcanon thing, I like to think after, you know, the events of Xenoblade 2, like Pyra teaches Mythra how to cook, so like she's not like makes like carbon, as she says, or whatever, in like that one cutscene in 2. So like, that's just a nice little thing I like to think about. But yeah, the Great Tornan Cook-Off is a good one, as well as like the final community quest, where like the entire community, which also drops that like, oh yeah, Adam's, I mean, he has a wife, which we've already like known. I think it's brought up earlier, and then like he has like a kid on the way, which it also ties into like how Mythra, he sees Mythra as like basically a child in training, like training wheels for him having an actual kid. Which, oh, I could get into like a whole that and just start crying over that. Just, man, that's something. Now, I don't want to end that on like that sad note, but like, with Xenoblade 3 coming out, I really hope they do have like a mix of like Xenoblade 2's and like Torna side quests, like the fusion where like the characters like talk during it and actually interact like that instead of just having like the same like 3 options to pick for the quest. And like also, you know, the Blade quest, I like that style, which they are bringing back, it looks like, for like Hero quest, which, you know, I'm very excited for. And it probably looks like that after you complete their quest that you'll unlock them as like a hero and like you'll get their class to use, which, god, I can't wait just for the combat. I've already gushed about the combat before, but like, man, I can't wait just to mess around with those hero classes and just to see like their little stories with the hero quest. And also just other like little side quests, like maybe we'll get something like Beneath the Aura where like, I don't know, Uni just says, hey Tyon, when are you gonna propose?